Welcome to episode 28, where we sail Annecam from Savu Savu to Vuda Point Marina, stopping at several locations on the way. Our first stop was in Nandi Bay. Our second stop was in Nananu Aikaki on Bitter Levu. Third stop, Vitia Slot Anchorage. Fourth stop, Saweni Bay. Just some of the highlights of this passage. For all of this, plus more, keep watching the video.
What I really love is going to all the different countries and meeting all the different people.
I like the challenge that comes with sailing, dealing with the weather, navigation, customs, and regulations of each nation that we sail to. We sailed away from Savu Savu in almost perfect conditions. Nice breeze and flat seas. After navigating through an absolute maze of coral reefs, we stopped for the first night in Nandi Bay. This anchorage was good holding, 7 metres of water over mud, but the downside is the southeasterly trade winds were blowing straight in there, giving us a little bit of rock and roll over the night. It was an early start the next morning. It was a grey old start to the day, but that didn't last long, as we had heaps of sunshine, blue skies and blue water to sail in for the rest of the day. It's hard to pick it up in the video, but I'm going to make the call. Land ho! Viti Levu, here we come. Here we are approaching the island of Nananu Aikaki, and on the other side is the stunning backdrop of Viti Levu, Fiji. Our track on the second day, once again, through a maze of coral reefs. This was a much better anchorage, good holding, even though we had 22 knots of wind, nice flat water for us to sleep by. And the sunset we watched that night was just one of those oh wow moments. We got underway at about 0800 the next morning. This gave us enough light to be able to see the coral reefs and the coral bommies that we had to navigate our way through. Annie was really enjoying the sail in the protected waters behind the reef. The next place we stopped at was the Vitia Wharf Slot Anchorage, a very small but very nice little place to spend a night. And here is the catamaran called Kiwi Beans, with a lovely young family on board. And here is Annie trying her luck. She did actually catch one nice trevally, not while I was filming though. Look out! Pirates attacking Annecam. No, it's Lowen, Theo, Reuben with their mother Sarah of Kiwi Beans. The next morning we got underway in what would be classed as a total glass out, not a breath of wind to be seen anywhere. The breeze picked up just a little bit, and you guessed it, right on our nose as we approached Lutoka. Fish on! Well, it was on for a short while. This one, self-released. Sewanee Bay, another sheltered anchorage. And the boat anchored right alongside us is Oddity, with John and Debbie on board. While anchored in Sewanee Bay, we walked across to the Vuda Point Marina to check it out. Yes, it was hot and it was dusty, but not that bad. At the marina, we checked out the guys operating the travel lift. There's nothing like using the front of the camera as a mirror to put one's lip balm on, especially when the camera is recording. Back on the beautiful beach in Sewanee Bay, there's nothing like soothing one's aching feet in the shallows. Annie points out a hole left by a stingray where it was digging for crabs. It's time to jump in the water and check out what's happening underneath Annecam. It's been a while since we've had a look. Looks like she's way overdue for a scrub. I just wish that I could hold my breath a little longer. Lots of elbow grease required. There you see it, and there you don't. This is probably the only time we wished that we had a smaller boat. this will be our last sunset in Seweeny Bay. The next morning we weighed anchor and headed around to the Buddha Point Marina. I managed to capture Annie, capturing the moment. And funnily enough, the moment that Annie was capturing would be me. With all of the sails furled in, it was time to take on the passage into the marina. We entered this passage half an hour before high tide to try and give us the maximum amount of clearance from our keel to the bottom on the way in, even though we did record less than 1 metre at one stage. In the centre of the yacht basin is a single mooring that we put Annecam on. Surrounded by boats in the yacht basin, Annecam is ready to be lifted out first thing in the morning.